Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the BJ and Tuds Show. Joined as always, Tuds and Eric. So let's jump right into this. We got some NBA playoffs going on. We're recording in between the Suns Mavs game and the Sixers Heat come up later tonight. So let's just run down through the series. The Celtics Bucks. Milwaukee's up 2-1 in that one. Coming up later tonight, we got Philly, Miami. Miami's up 2-1 in that series. Phoenix, Dallas. Dallas just tied it up at 2. And Golden State is up on Memphis 2-1. So let's just kind of break down these series a little bit. Celtics, Bucks. What do you think, Andrew?
Well, I'm happy the Bucks won the last game.
Okay.
I didn't watch a ton of it. I watched the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that everyone on Twitter was freaking out about the refs. Was it bad all game? I couldn't watch all of it.
The officiating was suspect pretty much all game.
Yeah, but didn't the Celtics have like 17 more free throws?
Yeah,
or something like that.
They shot a lot of free throws.
Yeah.
But okay, so everybody's kind of what I've seen. Everybody's bitching. The last 2 minutes wasn't as ticky tack as the rest of the game, which it never is. You watch any basketball game, the refs swallow the whistle a little bit because you don't want an official determining the outcome of game, which I understand. But
I thought that not counting the Marcus Smart call, because that was a little questionable.
Which one?
When they gave him 2 free throws instead of 3.
He should have been shooting 3.
That's not the one I'm talking about, but there was another one like Drew Holiday drove and
push off.
Yeah, they wanted like a push off. I thought it was a good no call.
I was fine with that no call as well.
There were 2 close ones at the end that I were happy with no calls because they would have been very ticky-tacky.
Yeah. I'd rather, final 2 minutes, I'd rather no blood, no foul kind of deal. You know what I mean? But if I'm the Bucks, I'm a little worried going into the rest of the series.
Okay.
Because the Celtics played about as bad as they could have played.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jason Tatum finished with 10 points.
Yep.
I mean, he played probably one of his worst games of his career. Jaylen Brown wasn't good all night. I don't know how they were in the game.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Middleton being out is you have to win those games. So
yeah,
the Celtics.
Yes, agreed. But, on the other hand, you have to win those games if you're Milwaukee, and I think you have to blow them out. If the Celtics shoot as bad as they did, you're supposed to blow out the Celtics.
I'd agree if they
have gives you a damn near triple double with 40 points.
Right, but outside of that, what did his teammates bring to the table really?
Drew Holiday had 30 or something like that. Or high 20s.
The thing is, the Celtics play so much better team ball.
They do.
They play the best team ball. I won't say the best, but they play one of the best team ball offenses and defenses in all the NBA.
Probably them in the Warriors offensively.
And I would say the Grizzlies play tremendous team ball as well.
Yeah.
Even without Middleton, like you have Giannis is going to be amazing. You have Drew Holiday, but they don't have the depth the Celtics have. And that's the reason why I think the game was close. Because even when you get a great game from Giannis, the rest of the team isn't going to match what the rest of the Celtics team does when you take out Tatum.
Sure.
So that's why I wasn't surprised it was a close game, even though Giannis went off. Because the Celtics are always going to keep it close the way they play.
That's I think this series is going 7, and I think every game is going to be close the rest of the way. I'm just a little alarmed if I'm a Bucks fan. That's all.
I'd be more scared if I'm a Bucks fan than a Celtics fan.
Yeah. So let's jump to Philly, Miami. First 2 games, we have no Joel Embiid. Game 3, Joel Embiid's back, the black mask. And, he didn't play that well offensively.
Yeah.
But you could tell he was a real presence in that game.
Yep, for sure.
And
I mean, Miami was scoring much more will the first 2 games, and the end was 79 this game.
Yeah.
So even his defensive presence definitely shook up the Heat a little bit.
I mean, end of the regular season, Jokic was my MVP. This showed me Joel Embiid is the MVP.
Yep, I've been thinking Embiid for MVP.
You know what I mean? It's just with him out of the lineup, they lose that post presence offensively and defensively. You know, Joel can block shots, but he's not like a shot blocker. But it's just a 7-footer in the lane changes the game, and you can tell.
Bam having to go against DeAndre Jordan, switching to Joel Embiid.
Yeah,
that's a tough switch.
Exactly. So, I like Philly to tie it up tonight.
Okay.
At home, but
sure.
I think I do think Miami ends up winning the series because it goes to the depth thing. Like once you get on the Sixers bench, you don't really have any scoring at all, and they have one great defender off the bench, Thibault.
Yep.
So, I mean, where Miami, like Duncan Robinson's getting DNPs.
I was gonna bring that up. Like, how insane that, you know, they extend him last year, I think, for a decent amount of money.
$90 million.
He goes 8 for 9 in a game in the first series, and now he's not seeing a minute on the floor.
And it's because Max Strus has been fantastic.
He's just way better in defense too.
And so is what's the other guy? Gabe Vincent.
Yep.
I mean, they've been great. So Duncan, like, where does he fit in? Because you're not taking Jimmy off the floor.
Right, but I think that, or I wonder what they'll do after scoring 79 first game Embiid's back. If you think we might need some offensive help now.
Yeah, a little more perimeter shoot, because, you know,
he doesn't have to play half the game, dude. Like,
no, Strus and Vincent can do so much for you on offense, but neither of them are elite level shooters like Duncan Robinson is.
Duncan Robinson's like a top 3 shooter in the whole NBA.
Yeah, so I'm kind of shocked. He can't guard a soul. That's realistically why he's getting these DMPs. He can't guard.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I mean,
you gotta find some time for him.
Yeah, but when
they're backup small forwards in, throw him out for 8 minutes. Like,
yeah, he like we saw. I believe it was game 1 of the playoffs that he went 8 for 9. You can when he's on, he's unstoppable from 3.
Yeah, absolute game changer.
So I would like to see some more Duncan Robinson minutes, but who do you like the rest of the series?
I don't have an idea for how many games it's going to be, but I definitely think the Heat are winning the series.
Yeah,
just the depth thing, just the defense they play on the wing. Like,
I like the Heat in 6. I do.
If I would guess, I would say Heat in 6 too.
I think
Philly, I wouldn't be shocked if it goes to 7. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, but I agree. Let's jump to Warriors Grizzlies. Warriors are up 2-1. They beat the Grizzlies pretty good game 3.
Yeah, funny thing is they were down like 8 very quickly. And I checked the live lines and the Warriors are still like minus 185. I was like, oh, wow. They must know something. And they end up putting up 142 and winning by 30. So
yeah,
I guess Vegas was right.
Vegas is never wrong, man. Never wrong. The Grizzlies, they're a great team, but they're not ready to take that step to beat these teams that have that championship pedigree in the playoffs like the Warriors do.
Yeah, they beat up on the teams that they should because of just the great team ball they play all around. But once they, are in a 7-game series with a team like the Warriors, it really shows that they're close, but they're not there yet.
Yeah. And, the whole Jordan Poole, like purposely injuring John Morant, where do you stand on that? Like, what did you think it was dirty?
Yes, but was it intentionally dirty? I don't know.
See, for you to make a split decision like that I'm going to grab his knee when the ball is loose. I don't see it. I don't think he meant to. I don't think it was it's just a freak thing or accident that happened. And, that happens. Obviously, I feel bad Josh hurt because he's their best player. And you saw what happened to the Grizzlies when he's not on the floor.
Yeah.
But, I mean.
Especially a guy like Poole, like some players have, that like enigma that they're going to hurt people and they're going to play dirty.
Yeah.
And Poole's like not one of those guys.
Sure.
So it was a dirty play. I don't think it was intentionally meant to be that way.
Sure. And
Well,
you
yeah,
know,
it's tough.
my whole thing, Ja, he's a 22-year-old kid. So he tweets that Poole broke the code or whatever. It's like, did you not see your own teammate in game one, Dylan Brooks?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Wow. Um, but so I mean, that's my whole thing. It's like, obviously it sucks you're hurt. You're probably gonna lose in 5 now, realistically,
Yeah.
right? Um, he's out, he was ruled out for game 4.
Okay.
Or like not ruled out, but likely out.
Mhm.
So without Ja Moran, I think this is another 30-point Dubs win.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just too good offensively and defensively, really.
hmm
So
And the thing is, the Grizzlies, they had a great record during the regular season without Ja,
yeah,
but they weren't playing the Warriors every game when that was happening.
right, exactly. You're not playing in a series where teams are game planning strictly for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because the regular season in the NBA, it's so long. You're
Yeah.
not like, you have small individual scouting reports for each team, but it's not like a whole set game plan. Like, hey, we're
Yep.
attacking this, and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. Definitely.
So series is way different, and they don't have the talent without Ja to overcome that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Jumping to the next series, Phoenix Dallas. This series been great.
Mm-hmm.
Game 2 was really the only non-close game. And that was when the Suns shot the second best field goal percentage in playoff history at 64.5%.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah, you're going to win a game by 20 when you're shooting 65% from the field.
Yep.
But this dude, Luka Doncic, is so good.
I know. He's putting the team on his back right now. I didn't think they'd make it to 2-2 this far in the series, and they are because of Ja.
We always do this.
Sorry, Luka. I said Ja, Luka. I know.
That's all right. We always do this in, like, especially in the NBA world, like, who's the best player in the world, and it's been LeBron for so long. So now I feel like it's really starting to pick up steam again, where who really is the best player in the world.
Mm-hmm.
My vote's Luka.
Okay.
I mean, this Dallas team, if you look at it, like, Jalen Brunson, solid player, not like he's not a number 2 on a championship team.
Definitely, yeah.
Spencer Dinwiddie, a good player, but he can't be a number 3 on a championship team.
Mm-hmm.
They're bigs. Bertans, all he does is shoot, can't really defend. Kleba can shoot, can't really defend.
Yeah.
So it's like, this team shouldn't be 2-2 with the Phoenix Suns, who are the reigning Western Conference champs.
Absolutely.
But Luka Doncic, whether he had 26 points today, that's below his average, but he piggybacked it with 11 assists.
Yeah. I think without Luka, they'd be one of the very bottom teams in the whole NBA, to be honest.
I want to agree with you, but
he's the glue. He's the glue of the team.
But they went up 2-0 on the Jazz without Luka.
Yeah, but the Jazz.
Or what was it? Or something like that. Maybe
I think he missed like a game and a half, right?
1-1 or something like that. But
sure.
If it wasn't for Luka's defensive deficiencies, I think this is a non-conversation. He's the best player in the world because what he does in offense.
Yeah, and that's like a thing. Like, people love to dismiss defense when talking NBA players, which I never understood, because that's literally half the game.
Yeah,
like, you can average 25 a game, but how many points are you letting up?
Well, right. That's why I always said Kawhi Leonard was the best player in the world when he was on the Raptors, and like a year or so before that, because he'll lock up your best player, your best offensive weapon, and he'll go get you 30.
Yeah.
Like, that was Kawhi when he was healthy.
Yeah.
But,
that's just it just makes you a way more complete player than just dude. Like, I can't think of anyone off the top of my head, but just someone that averages 25, but they're not giving you Kawhi defense or
Trae Young.
Trae Young. Good one. But back to the series. The Suns, the Mavericks came up lighting it up in the first half today, game 4. So it really wasn't even like the Suns defense, because the Suns are probably I think they're a top 5 defense in terms of points allowed per game. So it's not even that. The Mavs shot well today. They lived and died by the three. I think they started the game like 12 for 20 from three. So, I mean, what are you supposed to do? I get it, but I'm very interested in this series. I didn't think Dallas really had a shot to win, but after watching these last game 3 and game 4, even game 1, I thought was really close.
Mm-hmm.
They lost by 7. I think this series goes 7, and I wouldn't be shocked if Dallas wins.
Yeah, like I wouldn't have said this before the playoffs started, but I can definitely agree with you there now.
So I'm excited for this series. This is one I really try to watch every game, but most of them start at 10 o'clock, and I'm all dead, you know?
Yep.
Anyways, let's jump into our game. Eric, please explain.
So today's game, continuing on NBA, we're going to do colleges for NBA players. So I'm going to name a player, and you're going to have to guess the college.
Okay.
Before we start, I just want to address our audience that BJ has a rare disease where he knows every fucking single answer to these. So this should be fun.
Don't prelude it like that. Maybe Eric's
I preluded it like that.
Eric's got some tough ones that I don't know.
You know the fucking weirdest players.
I do.
That I've like had
I do.
So this should be fun. I'm gonna try to not get embarrassed.
We're going to go 15 easy to hard.
Okay.
So first, we're going to go Terry Rozier.
That's the easiest one you have. It's Terry Rozier.
This one's light.
I thought that.
I think I know it, but that's a weird one to start with.
Scary Terry.
I think I know it.
All right, you ready?
Louisville?
Oh,
Yeah.
I have Louisville too. I don't
It
know.
is Louisville.
Yeah, Louisville.
I'm not going to say like
If that's the
Trae
first
Young.
one, I'm scared for this now.
I'm excited. This is fun. I love college.
Me and you would just sit down for like hours and just say people.
Literally.
All right. Next, we're going to go Karis LeVert.
Nope, don't know it.
Light.
Do not know it.
Light.
Karis LeVert. No fucking clue. Let me just put down a guess. Ready?
Big Blue.
Iowa State.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Kate.
Oh, God. All right. And next, we're going to go Victor Oladipo.
You got this one's easy.
Yeah, this is easy.
Yeah.
Indiana.
Indiana. Yep.
Yeah. Should have let off with that one.
Right? That was definitely the easiest one.
That was the easiest one.
Whatever.
Eric doesn't watch college hoops though, so he probably
Yeah.
doesn't like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next, Darius Garland.
Wait, Darius Garland. Yeah.
Ready?
Vandy.
Vandy.
Yep.
All right, 4-3 BJ. This is what I'm hoping for, BJ. I'm hoping that on the wager round, you just don't know it, and somehow I do. And I steal the game. That's what I'm begging for.
Hey, man, you never know.
Never know.
All right. Next, we're going to go Luke Kennard.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
you got it?
Yep.
Was he a Dookie?
Yep.
He is Duke.
He played with Grayson Allen.
I thought Duke would. I didn't expect to see Duke on this at all.
Right. Well, there's so many like options for players.
Yeah, so that's kind of why I was like hesitant on labeling Kennard a Dookie, and he doesn't have that douchey white guy Duke on him like Grayson Allen does.
Sure. Yeah.
You know?
I think Grayson Allen took all the doucheness away from him when they were there together.
That's fair. That's
Probably.
yeah, probably.
Pat Bev.
Oh, Pat Bev.
You know where Patty Bev went? Come on.
I don't.
Wow.
I don't know where Patty Bev went.
That shocks me. You know
Yeah.
all of these guys.
Patty Bev. No, I don't know. I'm gonna throw a guess.
Love it.
I don't think it's right, but
Oh, yes.
Cincinnati.
He's a Razorback.
Arkansas.
Okay.
High five, baby. Come on.
Okay. Patty Bev.
All right. Next is Miles Turner.
Oh, come on. Giving that to a Texas fan.
Yeah, you can't be giving me Texas.
I didn't know you were Texas.
6-6. We're flying through this one. It's either you know it or you don't. There's not really a lot of thinking that has to go into it.
Yeah. Next, Terrence Ross.
Oh, I don't.
Terrence.
He's been in the NBA for as long as I've been like watching basketball.
I know.
Oh, wait. I have a guess. I don't know.
I don't know Terrence Ross. I want to say. You got a guess?
Yeah, I think he's Pac-12. You have Pac-12?
I said Kansas State.
I have USC.
He's Washington.
Okay, yeah.
Pac-12 though.
Hey, Pac-12. Some players just scream Pac-12, you know?
Yeah, but you thought of that about PJ Tucker the other day.
Okay, come on. Does PJ Tucker not scream Pac-12? Look at him.
He does a little bit.
Thank you.
Next is CJ McCollum.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
Lehigh.
Lehigh.
Beat Duke.
7-7. We're in a battle.
Beat Duke.
Nope.
That Patty Bev one's going to kill me, I'm telling you.
Wesley Matthews.
Nope.
Oh, boy.
Don't know it.
I feel like I know this one.
Wait, I think I actually might know. It might be in the back of my head.
Oh, no. Wesley Matthews.
My brain is just screaming this school, so I'm just putting it down.
Okay, what do you got?
I have UNC.
UCLA.
Marquette.
Nope.
All right, final five. It's going to get a little difficult here.
I like the obscure, difficult ones. That's what I
Yeah,
live
that's where you
for.
thrive. That's where I don't know anything.
Ennis Cantor.
He's not from Turkey.
Nope. We did this the other day, Andrew.
Did we?
Yep.
Oh, wait. I do know.
What did you do the other day?
We were talking about Ennis Cantor when he went to school on the other day.
Is it Kentucky?
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
All right, let's go.
Dude, this little green pad just doesn't want to show. I have Kentucky, though, right here.
I believe you.
All right, Robert Covington.
I know this.
You do.
And you probably do. Do you know it?
Yep.
Do you know it?
How do you guys know these?
This one's very obscure. How do you know this, BJ?
You know it?
Yeah. Tennessee State.
Tennessee State.
Look at
Wow.
us.
I'm impressed.
BCU,
Look at us.
baby.
I honestly don't know why I know that.
We talked about that one the other day, too, because
Is that why?
he's the only HBCU player in the NBA.
Yep.
All right, Maurice Harkless.
Mo Harkless. Yeah.
He
Thank God
hasn't-
you don't know it.
He hasn't been relevant in a long time.
I haven't heard his name in like 2 years.
I'm
just gonna say screams Pac-12.
I
Right?
got that too.
At least we're on the same page.
Too. Okay, we'll try. All right, I have a guess.
I'll put UCLA.
I did as well.
It's St. John's.
Oh yeah, no shot.
Okay, yeah.
No shot in hell.
How many more we got? Two.
Two more?
Two more.
We
Okay.
nodded at 7.
8 or 9. We have 9.
Oh, good for us.
Yeah.
Ish
We've been
Smith.
Fuck
Ish
you.
Smith.
Fuck
Ish
you with Ish
Smith.
Smith. Fuck you with Ish Smith.
Why do I
A
feel
guess
like
just
that?
came to me, so I'm just gonna put it down because
I feel like
best shot I
know
have.
this.
Please don't know this.
You have one?
Yeah.
Wisconsin?
Louisville.
It's Wake Forest.
I did
Oh,
know
I
that.
actually knew that.
I did know that.
I knew that too.
I think that's why I went with the W in Wisconsin.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, last one.
Yep.
It is.
Okay, we're all nodded at 9.
Yeah. I put my wager in the corner.
Oh boy, this is tough. I don't like how we're tied and I have to make a wager. Okay, here we go.
All right, you guys good?
Yep.
Will Barton.
Oh, I know this. Oh, I know Will Barton. I literally know this.
I should know this too. He went to Brewster. Can I name his high school for bonus credit?
Nope. Dude, I would literally know this.
Will Barton. Will Barton. Will Barton.
Got it. Let's fucking go. Oh my God. What a perfect last guess.
I don't think I got this one.
Let's see him.
What do you got?
Kansas.
Memphis.
It's Memphis.
Let's fucking go. Oh my God.
Damn.
Yes, sir.
Damn.
That's the upset of the year.
That is the upset of the year.
I was plus 345.
You guys got ones that I thought there's no chance you would get.
Nah, see, like the really, really obscure ones, like I can get.
None of those were too obscure.
No, besides Covington, but we
Right,
talked
yes.
about that one.
Yep.
Cantor, I guess, because you think he's foreign.
If we didn't just talk about Cantor and Covington, you would have won. Well, actually, no, because I wagered 9. So
I wagered 5.
No.
Yeah.
Wow. Good game.
Hey, that
We'll
was-
have to run that one back.
Yeah,
yeah.
there's a lot more players.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
can run that one back.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of them. All right, let's jump into a little NFL, Tugs. I know you have a little fantasy football game for us, or not game, but would you rather?
That's
type
kind of a
deal?
game. Yep. So we did. Who would you rather take in fantasy next year? We did wide receivers like a couple episodes ago.
Yep.
So now I have 5 running back matchups for next year.
Okay.
All right. So it's not like dynasty for the future. It's just
Yep.
for next season.
Just redraft.
Half PPR. All right.
Okay.
So the first one is Christian McCaffrey or Austin Eckler.
This one's easy.
It's not easy to me.
Austin Eckler.
Okay, Eric.
It's definitely tough. I don't think it's easy, but I would pick Eckler. The injury.
The only reason it's easy for me,
Mm-hmm.
both of them are pretty much injury riddled. I haven't
Yep.
seen McCaffrey play enough for me to draft him in like 2 years.
Sure.
And I know Eckler is like, he catches every pass, like he's all about it in that offense. I know McCaffrey is too when he's healthy,
Yep.
but the health scares me.
Sure. I'm taking McCaffrey.
Okay.
I'm going to take advantage of everybody being scared to draft him, and I'm going to draft him.
And listen, like if you told me I could have McCaffrey at like 6 or 7, I'd jump all over it.
Right. Yeah.
But like,
They're both going to go around 3 or 4 probably.
right. But around 3 or 4, I'm looking at Eckler or McCaffrey, or I'm looking at Eckler over McCaffrey.
Sure. I'm going to say McCaffrey. Like I said, I'm going to take advantage of the fact that he was hurt last year. His offense is going to be way worse than the Chargers, but he's not going to have the competition that
No.
Eckler now has.
But also, they could start using Chuba Hubbard more.
Yeah, that's what I
just
was.
to try and keep him fresh and healthy.
I don't think they'll use Hubbard as much as the Chargers are going to use Isaiah Spiller.
Okay.
I'm not even high on Isaiah Spiller, but they drafted him in the 3rd for a reason.
Sure. Well, their
So
backup
that's-
was Justin Jackson.
Right.
So
So that scares me a little bit. And like McCaffrey gets hurt, and like when he gets hurt, he's hurt like bad and he doesn't play. Eckler gets dinged up and could miss random games, could play. You can start him and he can play half the game and get
Yeah.
half the normal workload.
Yeah.
We saw that a lot with him the last 2 years.
yeah.
So when McCaffrey's healthy, he's a much more sure thing, even though he's been hurt.
Yeah.
And I think he has more upside than Eckler. Eckler's going to be a very safe, good pick, but McCaffrey I think has a higher upside, and I'm willing to take the risk on him. And
That's
this is
fair.
coming from someone that has Eckler in Dynasty. So,
Okay.
yeah. But I think it's, like you said, it's easy. I think it's extremely close.
Yeah.
For me, listen, the only reason it's easy for me is just because I'm terrified to draft Christian McCaffrey because he hasn't been healthy in 2 years.
It also could help that you had him last year and I didn't, so you had to live with it.
I got burned last year. I took him 1-on-1, and I'm like, all right, you know what? Fuck this guy.
Sure. Second, Javonte Williams or DeAndre Swift?
Yeah, Javonte Williams.
Okay.
I want him everywhere.
Sure.
Everywhere. I don't care if Melvin Gordon's back. I don't care.
I do for next season only.
Yeah, same. I'm the biggest Javonte guy, but I think I'd take Swift next year.
DeAndre Swift also led the league in receptions for a running back last year, and this is half PPR league. So if it's really close between them, you got to take the receptions into consideration because he's going to have a hell of a lot more receptions than Javonte Williams.
Yeah, I
agree. I agree with that. However, I think Javonte gets more carries and will have more touchdowns.
I don't know about the touchdowns.
Maybe not receiving touchdowns, but rushing touchdowns, absolutely.
Rushing, yes, but overall combined total touchdowns. Denver just has so many more weapons than Detroit to score.
Yeah, that's the only. I think the only reason I'm super high on Javonte.
Me too. So, I think he's.
I
think he's absolutely amazing.
I think he's one of the most talented young running backs in the league.
He's a better running back than Swift.
Yes,
definitely. But fantasy is not always who's a better player.
I agree. I just think the Broncos are really going to commit to the run and play action pass a lot this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like that defense is going to have them in a lot of games. They're going to run the ball, burn a little clock.
Yeah.
Melvin Gordon's still good too. So I think that actually could benefit Javonte a little bit as well.
Sure. Yeah. More first downs is better for everyone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
It just concerned me the goal line touches Javonte was getting last year, and I know it's a new OC or a new head coach and OC.
He's also a rookie running back.
Yeah,
and I think they were trying to prop up Melvin Gordon a little bit so they could get him out of here.
That's possible. It's very possible.
But it's close.
All right, third matchup we got is James Conner versus Leonard Fournette for next year.
Oh.
Fournette's got the receiving upside.
I was just going to say, but Connor was catching passes last year.
The second half of the year, he did catch a lot of
passes. He also has no competition.
Neither does Fournette. They just traded Ronald Jones.
Well, they both drafted a rookie running back. And what's the Tampa Bay rookie's name? Rashad White?
Yes.
He is better than Keontae Ingram.
Do they still have Keyshawn Vaughn too?
Yes, they have Keyshawn Vaughn, but he's like a third down back. Is Giovanni Bernard back?
That's the thing. I don't think so. I think Vaughn's going to be the third down back now. I'm not positive if Bernard's gone. But either way, they're pretty similar. Connor just gets force-fed goal line carries.
I was going to say, I think I would lean towards though I don't know, because Kyler Murray gets a lot on the goal line too, where,
not as much as you'd think. After having him in fantasy and watching him a lot last year, not as much as you would think.
I think I'm going to go Connor.
I agree.
I think his floor is a little safer than Fournette.
Sure.
And I think the ceiling might be higher too. But, if Fournette is the guy and he's catching the passes, he could have a top 10 year easily.
They both could.
That's a tough.
I think they're both going to be great options for next year.
Yeah.
After next year, who knows?
Yeah. This is one where if I'm at the draft board, like if I'm up in the draft and I need a running back bad, I'm closing my eyes and like I'm just.
If I was in that situation, I'm going Connor.
I think I would too. I would lean Connor, but the thing is, I wouldn't care like if I didn't. Like if I waited and then I got Fournette, I would be like, okay, you know what, fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I lean Connor.
Yep, agreed. All right, battle of the two rookies. Kenneth Walker, Breece Hall.
Kenneth Walker.
Walker. Yeah.
I agree.
I think Breece Hall is going to have a solid year, but Michael Carter is no slouch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Michael Carter is better than Rashad Penny. Rashad Penny was great at the end of the year, but Michael Carter is better than Rashad Penny.
But also Rashad Penny he's had one healthy year.
Mm.
He wasn't even actually fully healthy last year until the end of the season.
Yep.
And Chris Carson's cashed, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd be shocked to see him get like a lot of carries at all. Like,
yeah. And, draft capital, like that talks where I know the Jets drafted Breece Hall in the second too, but for the Seahawks to go draft Kenneth Walker in the second round when they have so many other holes on that team, I mean, they're telling you they're going to use him.
Yep.
So, and I thought coming out, Walker is a more explosive playmaker anyways.
Sure.
So
I agree.
I lean Walker.
Yep. So this last one's pretty fun. Both had season-ending injuries. Didn't play last year. Well, Cam Akers came back.
Yep.
Akers versus J.K. Dobbins for next year.
Well, the only reason I'm hesitant just to say Cam Akers because he looked pretty damn good. Came back. The only reason I'm hesitant to not just say him is because what it looks like the Ravens are doing offensively, like schematically, they're going to run the hell out of the football.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be shocked if JK led the league in carries.
Attempts. I think the team's definitely going to lead the league in rushing attempts.
Oh, that I don't even think is a
because they got Lamar, they got Gus. So,
yeah. Right now, Rashad Bateman is their number one receiver. Who I love Rashad Bateman, but that tells you they're going to run the football.
Yeah.
So I think I still lean Akers just because I saw it. I saw him come back and he was really explosive. The Achilles looks good. So I think that's the only reason I lean that way. Where sometimes ACL injuries, like coming back, they're a little slow to start. So I don't know. That one's kind of tough, actually.
That's a very close one. I'm going to take Dobbins just because I think the opportunity is going to be there more for him.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with that.
And they both have like decent backups, Gus Edwards and Darrell Henderson.
Yeah, and the Rams drafted another running back too. Like with their second Kyron Williams.
Kyron Williams, yeah.
Yeah, Kyron Williams.
He's going to be a good receiving back.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't hate the Dobbins pick. This is another toss-up for me, but I think I lean Akers.
Okay. Eric, did you pick?
Yeah, I would probably pick Akers. Like they both have good backups, like you said, but Stafford's not going to take anything from Akers, while Lamar is going to take Dobbins.
That's a fair point.
Right, but Stafford's also going to be throwing way more than Lamar, so you have to factor that in too.
This is true.
Like the Ravens don't have a Cooper Kupp and a Robinson to throw to.
But we've seen Sean McVay. He wants to run the football.
Yeah.
I mean, they could not.
I think it's very close. I think Akers is going to have a great year too.
Yeah, I like both, but I don't know. Interesting. And I think the only reason I think both are so close is because what the Ravens are going to do offensively.
Yep.
But is that all you got for?
That's all I got for NFL. Yep.
All right, so let's jump into some baseball. So we've prepared our top 5 at every position. Except outfield, we just did top 10. We combined all the outfielders.
And we're leaving out bullpen for pitchers. We're just got 5 starting pitchers.
Yep. Where do you want to start?
Let's start catcher.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
Yep, that's fine with me.
All right, and we'll all give our 5, and then we'll work to 1.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right. So my number 5 is Wilson Contreras.
That is who I had at 5.
Yep.
All right.
Are we all on the same page there?
We are.
Wow.
My 4
I did
is
not
Yasmani.
anticipate that.
Me either. My 4 is Yasmani Grandal.
So,
Okay. I don't have him 4. He's on my list, but
okay.
I have Will Smith 4.
Okay. Is Will Smith your 3, Eric?
yes, he is.
Okay.
Same with me. So do you have Yasmani 3?
No, I have Salvador Perez 3.
Wow.
Okay. Wow. The thing with Yasmani is as good of a power hitter he is, he's constantly batting in like 200 if he's lucky, right?
Yeah.
And he doesn't throw anyone out. Like his defense isn't good.
I just love Yasmani Grandal.
Yeah, he's great. He's
good. Like the thing with catcher, like there's really like after these 5, like it's like
Yeah.
who else is there for a catcher?
You're very lucky to get a catcher that's elite on offense, like very lucky.
Yeah.
But I just have Yasmani lower because you got to factor in defense, and everyone
Sure.
around him is way
Sure.
better at defense than him.
Sure.
So you had Yasmani at 2, you said?
2.
And you had Perez at 3. Okay.
Yes.
So I had JT at 2.
I also have
So me and Eric have the same exact catcher.
we have the same 5. Yeah.
I have JT at 1.
Okay, I have Salvi at 1.
Same.
Just too good at hitting. He's just too good.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
He rakes and he has a hose.
Yes. JT's probably the best defensive catcher.
Yeah. But in my opinion, he's the best defensive catcher. Like, and I don't really think that's up for debate.
Yeah.
And he still like is really good at the dish too.
Definitely.
So that's why I put him at 1 over Perez, where it's like, yeah, Perez has a hose, but he's not like the level of JT.
But Salvi just leading the American League in homers as a catcher last year. Like, come on.
That's fair.
Ridiculous.
That's fair.
Yankees lost, by the way. So
Nice. Okay.
I'll get over it.
That's all right.
All right. So catchers we got down. Let's move over to first base.
Yep. I have 2 at 5.
Okay.
2 people at 5.
I'm not going to allow it. Make one an honorable mention.
Okay. Oh boy. Honorable mention.
Just because with my starting pitchers, I had 2 at 5, and I made one an honorable mention.
Okay. Honorable mention. Anthony Rizzo.
Okay. He's my number 5.
Okay. My number 5, I had Pete Alonso.
Okay. He's my number 4. So.
Okay. All right. So who am I forgetting then?
I don't know.
We'll
Wait,
see.
who was Anthony Rizzo's your honorable mention?
Yes.
And you have Alonso at 5.
Yes.
I'm interested to see who threw in there then.
Okay.
Eric, who's your 5?
My 5 is CJ Cron.
You so would.
Okay.
He's elite. End of last year, beginning of this year. He's a top 5 first baseman.
Like I said to you before, though, like I want to see his splits outside of Colorado.
The thing, like,
He's been on other teams before, and he's never raked to this degree.
But he's doing it.
I know.
He's a top
you
5
can't
first
argue.
baseman.
Yeah, you can't argue. He's doing it.
You can't. So I had Rizzo at 5.
Okay.
My 4 was Alonso, like I said.
Yep. I have Matt Olson.
Who do you have up
Who
there?
do you have?
You have some obscure guy in your top 3.
I have my 4 is Rizzo.
Okay, my 3 is Olsen.
Yep, Sam.
My 3 is Goldschmidt.
Okay.
Goldschmidt.
Okay, interesting.
Wow.
He would have been my 6. Goldschmidt would have been my 6.
Yeah. Sam. Actually 7.
Paul Goldschmidt might be the most underrated player in baseball.
He was for a while, but like he's still good, but I don't think he's top 5 now.
I don't know. I love me some Goldie, man.
He was the most underrated player for like his whole Diamondbacks career for sure.
Yeah, everybody on the Diamondbacks is underrated.
True. Yeah. Goldschmidt at 3. Wow. Over Olsen?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I have a problem with that.
That's okay.
If you had him at 4, I'd be fine with that. The dude's not better than Olsen right now.
Hey, you know what? Give him a chance.
All right, I have Freeman at 2.
I have Freeman at 2.
Vlad. Yep.
Vlad 1.
Yeah, making this list was I was like Vladdy, Freddie, and now I'm like, okay, let me think.
Sure, yeah. The first catcher and first were easy for me. Second and short.
Second was hard.
Second and short was very hard for me. Second and short were very hard. I think second base is going to be the most different from each other.
Yeah.
I agree. Are we jumping into second?
Yep. So honorable mention to Jazz Chisholm.
He's not there yet.
No, I know. I just wanted to put his name out.
You just want to say his name.
I just wanted to say his name. That's it.
Okay, that's fair.
So my 5, even though he's having a slow start, he had too good of a year last year, and you got to take last year into consideration a little bit because we've only played 25, 30 games so far.
Yeah.
So I have Marcus Semien at number 5.
I have him in my list, but he's not 5.
Okay.
I have Ketel Marte.
I also have Katoma.
All right. He would have been my 6.
Again, super underrated player because he's out in Arizona playing. Nobody watches. Nobody goes to games. Nobody cares about the Diamondbacks.
He's having a slow start, but he's still very good. Switch hitter.
Yeah.
Can play a lot of positions.
I love Ketel Marte.
I do too.
So my number 4, talk about a guy that can do it all.
Oh, I agree. And I already know
Whit Merrifield at number 4.
he's my 4 as well.
I don't
Elite
even have
speed.
him on the list.
Elite fielding. He can do everything. You
I
gotta love Whit Merrifield.
Listen, Witt is my kind of baseball player, but I don't have him on my list. My
Okay.
number 4, Jake Cronenworth.
All right.
Wow.
I
I
was
do
thinking
love
about
Jason
him.
Cronenworth.
Cronenworth would be around like 7 for me.
Same.
Okay. I love Jake Cronenworth.
I love him too. He's a great player.
He is a great player. I mean, he's kind of the same, like he's kind of the same as Witt in my eye, not the speed, but like he can do a lot of things.
Sure. He hits for more power than Witt.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes, absolutely.
3, I have Ozzy Albies.
Oh boy. I have Marcus Simeon. 3.
Okay.
I have DJ LeMahieu.
Interesting.
Yeah, DJ didn't make the cut for me.
Me neither.
But I mean, I'm not going to argue him on the list. Like,
I mean, he's probably last year is pretty not great, but
that's why he had too bad of a year last year for me to put him on the list.
yeah, I mean, you could argue he's one of the best contact hitters in baseball.
Yeah, like I'm not
Make
mad
that
at seeing
argument.
DJ on there.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Who'd you have at 3? Sorry. Oh, you had Simeon.
Simeon.
So 2, I have Altuve.
I have Trey Turner.
I have Ozzy there.
You have who?
Ozzy.
Okay. So you don't have either Trey or Altuve on your list, Eric?
I have Trey Turner at 1.
Where's Altuve?
Not on my list.
I don't
Yeah.
have Altuve on it either. I have Ozzy Albies as number 1.
Guys.
I do.
Guys.
No, yeah,
I think we're past the Altuve prime. I think we're past it.
I agree.
Even if he's past his prime, he's still a top 5 second baseman.
I don't think
Dude,
so.
the thing is, I'd rather have Ketel Marte over him.
I would too. I'd rather have Witt. I'd rather have DJ.
I don't
You
know.
guys are bugging. Oh my God, you're bugging.
Altuve is probably 6 for me, but like, I mean,
I'd rather have Cronenworth than him.
Hey, dude, come on.
I would.
Rather than Cronenworth and Altuve, guys.
I mean, I would.
He's
I
batting
honestly would.
259, 4 home runs, 2 stolen bases, 834 OPS right now, and that's an
Okay.
off year for him.
I get it. This is
Wow.
where we're going. This is where we're going with Altuve.
Okay, yeah, but he's still top 5. He could be going down and still be top 5 because he's been the number 1 for the past 5 years.
Okay, that's fair. Well, I think he dropped to 6.
Ketel
So-
Marte over Altuve, guys.
Hey, buddy, you're in the minority here.
The fact that neither of you have on the list is ridiculous.
Do you have him at 1 or 2?
I have it 2.
Who do you have 1?
Trey Turner.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
Trey Turner would be my number 1 shortstop if he was still there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just so
yeah.
good at everything.
Yeah.
My mind's got blown. Wow. All right, let's move on before I have a stroke.
Okay.
You want to go third base?
Yeah, let's go 3rd.
All right. Third was pretty easy for me.
Same.
I would
I
say third
rattled-
was the easiest list I made.
I
I
think
rattled off 3rd pretty easily.
I think we might have.
So 5, I have Austin Riley.
I do too.
Jan Moncada.
Okay. Are you joking?
No, I love Jan Moncada. He's having a rough start.
And a rough
He hasn't
last year.
played.
He hasn't played?
He's been
I
hurt.
could've swore I just saw him.
Well, Tatis hasn't played, and we have him on our list.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Swore I saw
Yohan Moncada is not Tatis.
Yeah.
Jan Moncada is a very good baseball player.
Oh, I draft him in fantasy every year. But is he
Yeah.
top 5?
I think there's an argument for it when he's playing.
Not over Austin Riley right now.
I don't think so.
Riley's like becoming like an absolute elite hitter.
Yeah.
Dude, Moncada's not been good for like 2 years.
No disrespect to Austin Riley. I think Jan Moncada could be like he has. I don't even know how old's Moncada now.
Like 20,
27.
26,
25.
Like he could.
mid-20s.
Like you guys don't think he has the talent to be a top 5 third baseman?
Hey, I draft him every year in fantasy.
I think 3 years ago he had the talent to be a 1, and he hasn't panned out to that. He's been in the league for what, 4th? This is 4th year.
Something like I don't remember. Did he ever come up when he was on the Red Sox?
I don't think he ever played for the Red Sox.
Like I know he was on the team, but I don't know if he like.
I don't know. I don't think he played
roster.
in an MLB game for them.
Okay.
I think he got traded for sale, and then
he was in the sale trade.
Yeah.
And that's when he came. Listen, I think he's too good of a fielder. He's a switch hitter, and he's good contact at both sides, and he's got pop. I think he's a top 5 third baseman.
Okay.
Listen, Austin Riley, great.
Yeah. He's a beast.
I'm not hating Austin Riley. I think it's just me liking Moncada more than him. That's
fine. That's fine. Hey, you it's not like you have him at 2, you have him at 5. So
yeah.
So 4, I had him at 3, but I had to move him back. So I had Manny Machado.
Yeah, that's who I have. Manny Machado.
I have Devers at 4.
Okay, I had Devers at 4 because Manny this year has been playing so much better than Devers. Like Manny's playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah, crazy.
But I know Devers. I think by the end of this year, Devers will. We know how good Devers could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm guessing Devers.
I have Devers at 3.
I have Devers at 2.
That's that's not ridiculous at all.
Like, yes,
I think his slow start is
are
affecting.
so bad.
Yeah.
And I know nobody besides I think Bogarts is playing well on that team.
Yep, exactly.
But at the end of the year, if you told me Devers finished with 35 home runs and 100 RBIs, I'd be like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's ridiculous at all to have him there. I have Nolan at 2.
I have Nolan at 3.
I have Nolan at 2.
Nolan's so much better at defense than him, and he's hitting better than him right now. So a little recency bias bumped Nolan at 2 for me.
See, I was close between those two, but I was like, I know how well Devers can hit the baseball, so I'm not going to fault him for the slow start.
Right. Yeah.
His team. So I have Arenado at 3.
And then I would have been so upset if neither of you had Jose at number 1.
He's my number 1.
Yeah.
He's just like, what more can you say about the dude? Just, I would even go to say right now he's the best hitter in baseball. I don't think it's ridiculous to say at all.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Like you can argue Soto, you can argue Trout, but like right now, I think it's Jose Ramirez is the best hitter in baseball.
He doesn't really strike out that much.
No, switch hitter, hits for power and contact.
Always puts the ball in play.
So many RBIs every season, even with bad teammates around him.
And he can field.
Yeah. Third, second, great fielder.
Yeah. So I mean, he's easily the consensus number 1 third baseman.
Happy we all agree there.
Wow, the Jan Moncada disrespect really upset me.
Hey, I told you I draft him every year in fantasy. I think he's a great player.
Wow. I think the Jose Altuve thing is a little more outrageous.
I don't.
Like not even the top 5.
He's honorable mention.
There you go.
Oh, God. All right, shortstops. This one was pretty hard.
This was tough.
This is pretty hard.
This was tough.
There were a lot of candidates.
Yeah,
I'll shout out Tim Anderson because he didn't make my list.
He's my number 5.
Okay.
Yeah, but like the thing, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. I think I had him at 5 at one point. But then I had to put Correa at number 5.
I have Correa on my list, but he's not number 5. I have Xander number 5.
Wow. That's disrespectful.
Why? And honestly, I didn't realize I didn't put Correa.
Xander?
So Correa's my number 5.
He's a hitting machine, dude.
He is a hitting. I love Xander Bogaerts, but I mean, he's not a great fielder.
He's not.
Yeah.
So when it came down to it, I was like, yes, he's probably the best player on the Red Sox.
He's a better fielder than Tatis, though.
He is, but he's not. Tatis hits for way more power.
Yeah, but does he hit for contact better than Xander? Probably not.
Probably not. The Tatis and Xander. I don't know. This is tough. I have Tatis at 4, so it's not like I was like Tatis is the best. You know.
All right, sir.
I'm nitpicking here.
That's very fair. Well, I'll wait. But who's your 5, Eric?
My 5 was Tim Anderson, but I just realized I don't have Correa. So Correa's 5.
That's exactly what happened to me. I had Tim Anderson. I was like, wait, I don't have Correa yet, so I had to put him in there.
Okay, see, I have Correa higher.
I like Correa at 5.
Yeah. 4, I have Seager.
I have Tatis at 4.
Okay. I have Bo Bichette at 4.
Okay, my number 3 is Bo Bichette.
My number 3 is Bo Bichette.
Okay, so you didn't have Seager on your list?
My number 3 is Tatis.
You do?
Yeah.
PJ? Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Eric?
My number 3 is Tatis.
Okay. So my number 2 is Tatis.
My number 2 is Xander.
My number 2 is Correa.
Oh, I used Seager number 1, huh?
I have Seager number 1.
I have Seager number 1.
Oh, okay. Fair. Maybe. Well, I think his slow start affected me where I put him.
That's fair. The thing with Short. Who do you have number 1?
I have Xander number 1.
Yeah, like the thing. Like I don't even want to argue that.
They're all good. Like every player we had is great. Like they're all great players.
They're all so close.
Yeah, they are. They really
You know
are.
what I mean?
Like
So
that's why like I had Seager at 4, you guys have him at 1, but I
Yeah.
don't think like either is ridiculous. Like they're all just so close to each other.
Yeah. Like by the end of the year, if you told me Bo Bichette was the best of all these players, I'd be like, yeah, okay,
Right. Yeah.
totally get it. Shortstop, it's the top echelon of players
Mhm.
are all this close and they're all that good.
Yeah. Agreed. Definitely.
So that one was really tough.
And like as a Yankees fan, like
Sort
me
of.
having Xander, that took it took something extra to put him there. I think he deserves it.
He is the best player on the team.
Yep.
Despite him, the only reason I had him at 5 is because he's arguably the worst fielder on the list of 5 I have.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where yes, you can hit the ball so much, but the Red Sox were like what, dead last when it came to like fielding percentage last year.
Yeah.
And he's the shortstop.
Like the thing is, I had Xander and Tatis 1 and 2, and because of fielding, I put Xander over Tatis because he's just a little better fielder.
Yeah, which I mean, not saying much.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
We want to go outfield or pitching? I say just go outfield.
Yeah, go
Sure,
up.
we'll go outfield.
Okay.
Well, this is gonna get messy because it's top 10.
Yeah, there's a lot of players, dude. I feel like I
Yep.
left a lot of good players off the list.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So my number 10, I had to throw him on the list, even though he plays DH, but he's an outfielder. I have Yordan Alvarez at number 10.
See, I don't have him on my list.
I don't believe. I didn't expect you to.
And I love Jordan.
Mhm.
I have Stanton.
Okay, he didn't make my list. He was close though.
Me neither. I have
So, like-
Starling Marte.
You want to flip Stanton and Jordan? I'm fine.
And Starling was another guy I thought about at 10.
I don't have him on my list either.
I definitely thought about Starling at 10. So I'm happy we all someone different though to shine some light on some different guys.
Yeah.
So 9, I have Luis Robert.
That's who I have.
I have
Okay.
Springer at 9.
Okay, Springer's
What
my
do you have?
8.
Springer.
Springer.
Oh, Springer. I have
He's my
Springer
8.
at
And
7.
then Robert's my 8.
All right, so we're all pretty similar
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
So you had who had 7, BJ?
Springer.
My
And I
7 is
have-
Nick. Sorry,
No, go ahead.
my 7 is Nick Castellanos.
Oh, I have Belly at 8.
Okay,
Cody Bellinger.
don't think he belongs on here.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Last 2 years he's been atrocious.
I know he hasn't been good.
Yeah.
He hasn't.
There's just too many other guys that
He's a
deserve it at
former
this
MVP,
point.
man. I mean,
I
I
know.
know how good he can be.
Mm-hmm. You
So
know who
I-
else is a former MVP?
Oh,
Jose Altuve.
that's fair.
Got you there.
Yeah, but it's top 10. It's not top 5. Like top 5 is different, man.
Yeah.
Fair.
My
Top 10.
7.
If you like, we'll use Eric's number 10. If you gave me the choice of Belly and Marte, I'm gonna take Cody Bellinger every time.
I'll take Starling Marte 11 out of 10 times.
I also
Really?
would. Yeah.
11 out of 10 times I'm taking Starling Marte.
See,
Yeah,
I would take
fair.
Bellinger just because he can play multiple positions and he's not like a slouch anywhere.
Sure.
And he can rake when he's hot.
Yes. His contact has been so piss poor though. I just
and
can't.
But who really isn't in the MLB anymore?
Yeah. Belly's
It's
been
all
like
home run strikeout.
exceptionally bad.
I mean, I felt disrespectful not putting him on the list just because I think he's that talented,
Mhm.
which, I'm not using recency bias in this list.
Yeah.
I think he's talented. I'm putting him on my list.
Sure.
So
So he was your 8, you said?
yeah, 8.
Who does everyone have at 7?
Springer.
Castellanos.
I got Buxton there.
Okay.
Another great player I don't have on my list. I had him.
Wow.
Took him off.
Belly over Buxton?
That's interesting.
I had Buxton at 10 and I took him off for Stanton.
Belly over Buxton? You're nuts.
Belly over Buxton.
Jeez.
I told you, I felt like I left a lot of great players on this list.
Outfield's tough.
Yeah.
There's so many options.
Where are we at? 6?
I had
6.
Mookie at 6.
I have Mookie at 6.
I have Mookie at 6 as well.
Oh, look at that.
I feel like 6 through 1, like 1 through 6 is going to be the same players all in different order.
Well, maybe because I have Byron Buxton at 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I have Bryce Harper at 5.
I have Judge at 5.
Okay. I don't hate
All
that.
right. I have Bryce Harper at 4.
I have Judge at 4.
I have Acuna at 4.
Interesting.
Interesting. Who do you have at the top of that list there?
Yeah.
So after Bryce at 4, I have Aaron Judge at 3.
I have Acuna at 3.
I have Harper at 3.
Oh, you had Harper. Okay. That makes sense. 2, I have Acuna.
I have Soto at 2.
Where's Soto, Andrew?
Am I missing someone massive?
Mike
Soto.
Trout wants
You didn't say Soto.
Oh, I'm missing Mike Trout.
Wow.
I'm
He's
missing
so
Mike
good
Trout.
he forgets about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'm
like
gonna
he's
say
just
Mike
such a
Trout's
lot
number 1.
because
Yeah.
I want Soto number 1. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna bump everybody down and put Mike.
I'll bump everyone down. I'll take Jordan off the list and I'm putting Mike
Yeah.
Trout at 1.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I forgot
Okay.
about Mike Trout for sure.
He's coming at you, Eric, trying to figure out who's on your list. This guy didn't have Mike
Yeah.
Trout.
Yeah.
Wow.
Didn't even cross my mind because he's just that good. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
No, but
He doesn't need to be debated over.
no. Oh my God, not at all, dude. He
Yeah.
turned like a check swing into a triple.
Yeah.
Literally, shit only he can do.
Yep.
Starting
So,
pitching.
Starting pitching. Yep.
This was pretty easy for me.
I feel like we might all have the same top 5. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's see.
Maybe we'll see.
Who do you guys have at number 5?
I have Bueller.
Bueller?
Yeah.
I have Corbin
He's-
Burns at
He's my
Corbin
honorable
Burns.
mention. Sure.
Oh,
No, Bueller.
Okay.
I have Scherzer at 5.
Okay. I have Corbin Burns at 5.
I have him at 4.
Okay.
I have Otani at 4.
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
I have Walker Bueller at 4 for me.
Okay. Okay.
I forgot my honorable mention. It's Kevin Gausman.
It's great.
He's been too nasty on the Blue Jays this year and on the Giants for all of last year.
He's great.
He was my 5 until I realized I didn't have Walker Bueller there. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So number 3,
Scherzer.
I have Scherzer number 3.
Garrett Cole.
Okay, I have Cole at 2.
I have Cole too.
I have DeGrom at 2.
Who's your 1?
Who's your
Shohei
1?
Otani, baby.
Oh, you have Shohei. If
Oh,
you're,
okay.
I didn't factor in hitting. That's why I don't have Shohei on here.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I have DeGrom.
if I'm not factoring in hitting,
Yeah, I have
I
DeGrom at 1 as well.
I'd put him at 4 or 5.
That's what I had him at 4.
So, but I mean, I factored in the whole player. I mean,
Yeah, I didn't. As a pure pitcher,
that's probably
He's-
more fair.
yeah, as a pure pitcher, he's a little too inconsistent for me to put in the top 5. Like
That's
when he's on, he's absolutely disgusting.
Dude, he
But-
not saying much, shut down the Red Sox.
No, I know. I watched and it was very impressive. But he has too many of the bad starts. He's not consistent enough
Yeah.
where I don't think he just didn't make my top 5. So yeah. So I
Okay.
had Burns, Bueller, Scherzer, Cole, DeGrom.
Okay. If we're going pure pitching,
Mhm.
Otani, Scherzer, Burns, Cole, DeGrom.
I have Bueller, Otani, Scherzer, Cole, DeGrom.
Okay. So Eric, you didn't have Burns
And
and you didn't have Bueller. So we had like the same 4.
Yeah.
And then I had Burns. You both had Otani.
Yep. Interesting. I mean,
All right.
a lot of debate, like in some positions. Like, I mean, obviously Altuve. Eric and I don't like Altuve.
It started off so easy with catcher, and then it just went downhill from there.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
I just want to Google Ketel Marte's stats.
They're terrible this year.
No, I know.
You're just trying to prove a point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. What are we working with?
Can you factor in that it can also play outfield?
Nope. 206, 1 home run, 7 RBIs, 640 OPS. So Altuve is beating him in home runs by 3, batting average by about .50, and OPS by a good amount.
I will guarantee, I will bet an ass tat with you. Marte finishes with better numbers than Altuve.
I'll take that bet.
Also, factor in the versatility of Ketel Marte.
Yeah, but like he's not hitting at the level he's supposed to be.
But he will.
You know who's versatile? Marwin Gonzalez. Is that supposed to make him really, really good?
It makes him more valuable.
Not than Jose Altuve just playing second base. Ketel Marte being able to play the outfield doesn't make him better.
I'm not saying
Jose
Marwin
Altuve.
is better than Altuve.
I'm not even talking about Marwin. Ketel Marte being able to play outfield doesn't just make him better than Jose Altuve.
No, I'm not saying that.
It adds.
Well, you guys kind of are.
I'd rather have a guy.
You'd rather have a guy that can hit 200 and play the outfield than have a Jose Altuve a second.
Okay, so I feel like where this is kind of gone awry is Eric and I looked at the whole complete player.
Mm-hmm.
And like where he can play, what he can do.
Mm-hmm.
And I would rather have a guy like Ketel Marte.
I agree.
Okay.
You're so fired up about Altuve.
I'm just so upset with both of you. Like if you guys had like Altuve at 4 or 5, I'd be fine. To leave him out of the top 5 is just criminal. Like absolutely criminal.
Put me in cuffs, baby. Put me in cuffs.
Like, come on, guys.
He's cashed. I'm telling you, he's cashed.
He's not though.
He's getting there.
He's getting there.
And I will be on the right side of this ass tat bet.
We shall see. I'm upset.
Any other baseball news you have for us, Tuds?
Nope. Yeah, you know what? The Red Sox are fucking 10-19 and they're fucking horrible. That's my other news.
Dude, so bad.
They're like, it's not even fun. I like when they're at least a little competitive, so our games mean more. This isn't even fun. Like, they're that bad.
Yeah, awful.
And the thing is, like, the funny thing is their starting pitching is like actually good right now.
The thing is,
They just can't score more than 2 runs.
Right when the Red Sox bats start to figure it out a little bit, the pitching's gonna suck.
Oh yeah,
So they'll lose like 10-7. It'll be fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
fantastic.
Their bullpen is just really bad. Matt Barnes has 1/2 of a good season, and they extend him, and he's just back to being like horrific.
They really Heimblum really fucked up this whole Trevor Story, Devers, like Xander situation.
Yeah,
because now Devers and Xander don't want to stay.
Yep.
Like you're bringing a new guy in, paying him $140 million.
Exactly.
They're both like, well, where's my money?
Yep.
So
and Story's been horrible for them.
Yeah, and it's not like Story's playing well.
Yeah.
Like if he was off to a hot start, everybody would be like, oh, okay, you know what, fine.
Like I was praying the Yankees stayed away from Trevor Story.
Yeah.
And I think it's so funny that the Red Sox decided to pay him that. Because not only is he not playing well, it's going to drive Xander away.
And Devers.
Yeah.
Both of them declined an extension already.
Yeah, Heimblum is looking like it's going to be a second losing season in 3, or maybe missing the playoffs twice in 3 seasons. It's looking like it's about to be.
Yeah. They did make the ALCS last year.
Like Red Sox fans love to like talk about that dude like he's the second coming of Jesus. And like, what has he really done for you?
I don't know why. He runs
like he refuses to build a bullpen, and they have 9 blown saves already this year. 9. The second team has 5.
Dude, the thing with the Red Sox, Heimblum runs the team like he's still the GM of the Rays.
Yeah.
The owners, John Henry, they care more about Liverpool out in England, their soccer team.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
If you're not going to manage this team like the goddamn Boston Red Sox, what are you actually doing?
Yep. And like as a Yankee fan, like I'm not even as happy as I should be that they're this bad.
Yeah, it's just
like
it's just actually upsetting.
It's upsetting that there's no competition.
Yeah.
Because my favorite games are the games that late in the season Yankees sucks. Best games that even when we lose, I live for those games.
Yeah,
Yankees Sox in like August
they're great.
instead of September.
They're awesome.
They're the best games. That's what I live for.
Like when we had the 6 games, or 3 in Fenway, 3 in New York last season in September, and they all meant something.
Yeah, great games. All great games.
And we ended up on the losing side on most of them, so we had to go to Fenway and play the wild card.
Mm-hmm.
Like those were fun games.
Yep.
And now we don't even get it. Thanks, Heim Bloom, you fucking asshole.
And the last thing before we go is Bob Dahlbeck. This is atrocious.
So bad.
Dude, they should have jumped
baby.
all over Rizzo. Should have jumped.
Can't play defense to save his life. His last, he's gone 13 for his last 112 with 43 strikeouts. 13 for his last 112.
Jesus Christ, it's so bad, so bad.
All right, we're running out of time.
Yep.
So,
all right. Well, thank you for listening to another episode of the BJ and Tuds Show. Tune in next time.